This time on Building the Exocet, we are finishing up my turbo exhaust build for my Exomotive Exocet. The last 3 episodes I have gone over fabrication and welding of the downpipe, mid-pipe, and the axle back exhaust. I've done this all myself. I have very limited welding and fabrication experience, but as you can see here, I have the entire exhaust system laid out next to the car so you guys can see front to back what the whole system looks like. This time what I'm going to be focusing on is I am going to be wrapping and painting the exhaust. It is an aluminized steel. However, the downpipe and midpipe I'm going to be wrapping with this exhaust wrap, basically header wrap. Going to be using that to keep the temperatures down in the engine bay as well as through the tunnel, since it comes within a couple inches of metal where my shoes are going to be and arms are going to be, so I want to keep it as cool as possible. Then I'm going to be using some VHT flame proof, if you will, basically their header paint in black on the axle back and muffler section of the exhaust, just to help bump up the appearance a little bit on that. So let's dive right into it. First off, we're going to start with paint, and then we're going to move on to the header wrap. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do here is take our axle back section of the exhaust, and this is going to be completely painted. Basically, I'm going to be putting 1 coat of the primer on, 2 coats of color, and then 1 or 2 coats of the satin clear. First step is I'm basically just going to sand it down with some of these 3M Scotch-Brite pads. I've already pretty much sanded down this whole axle back section here, as you can see, with my flapper disc, as well as the turn down here, but got to do the muffler in those areas first. So first step is basically getting those all sanded down, and then we're going to come back with some wax and grease remover just to clean it off and get it ready, and let that flash off for a bit, and then it's time to go painting. Next step is basically getting it, after we have our sanding done with our 3M Scotch-Brite pad, I want to get a couple gloves put on, and then we're going to be taking a wax and grease remover. You can also use denatured alcohol, or sometimes rubbing alcohol will work as well. And we're going to basically just start spraying that all over. It's basically to clean and degrease the piece to be painted. Just helps with adhesion. And then I like to just take a microfiber towel real quick, just to wipe off all the excess. You want to use the gloves, not necessarily for protection from the chemical, but protection from wax and oils and greases and dirts and things like that on your hands from coming into contact with the part. Okay. Then once we get that all cleaned up, then basically I'm going to go through and kind of get this all positioned and ready in a good spot here for me to paint. And get all ready, and next up we're going to let this flash off for about 15 minutes, dry up good, and then we're going to head over and we're going to start spraying some paint here in a second. Okay, so now that we're all prepped up and ready to paint, now we're going to go ahead and start with a coat of primer. Then 10 minutes later, we're going to follow with another coat, a coat of color, and then basically 10 minutes between coats. So I'm going to do coat of primer, 2 coats of color, and a coat or 2 of clear coat. It's raining like crazy here. I got my heater going. It's a little cool out today, and get this cured up enough here, and then I'll get it back in the garage. Okay, so now I have the muffler and axle back section in the garage in front of the heater drying. I'll go ahead and show you guys a close-up here of what the final result looks like. I think it turned out really well, a lot better than I was expecting from just spray paint. I went ahead and I've used this paint 3-4 times on headers and always had good luck with it. It does smoke like crazy the first couple times you start up the car while you're curing it on the car, but you know, for this wasn't a real expensive exhaust system. It wasn't a real nice stainless piece or anything like that. I just really didn't want to spend a lot of money with the painting, so I think this turned out really nice. I've done a lot just without the clear. This is the first one with the clear. Here's the stock Miata header that I basically just painted real quick after I welded an extra O2 bung in it. And that's just the flat black. I think this has a nice satin clear on it. I think it just has a real nice smooth finish, and I think it looks you know, semi-respectable for the car. So it'll do real nice until I you know, this basically just to try out and see how it works. And if I need to make some changes, it's no big deal to cut a section off, sand it down, re-weld, and then I can spray another couple coats of this on to make it good again. So now the next thing, once this is done, we're going to let this cure in front of a fan. It does have some pretty specific curing procedures. I'm going to, when I bring my oven, my powder coating oven back in here to powder coat a few brackets I have to do for the car. That'll probably happen in a couple weeks. I'm going to go ahead and throw this in the oven at like 250 for 20 minutes, and then you let it cool down. I think it's like 400 for 20 minutes, and then let it cool down, something like that, to give it a good cure out. And then when it's on the car, you're supposed to give it a little more cure as well, and that just helps basically preserve the longevity of the finish and help it, you know, get its most chemical and heat resistancy as possible. So I'll be doing that here in a couple weeks once I get that oven in before I put it back on the car. But now we're going to turn and we're going to head over to the downpipe and the mid pipe, and basically going to start on the header wrap on those two pieces. Okay, so here we're on to the header wrap portion. This package actually came with these cheap, crappy gloves, but I'm going to wear them because if they put gloves in with it, it probably needs them. Oh! Ah! Oh! What the hell? Okay, so excuse that there. Had a little issue. I put on the glove, and after a couple seconds, it felt like a piece of metal or something just dug right into my finger, and it hurt like crazy. And so I put stuff down. I pulled the glove off, and I pull the glove off, and that yellow jacket right there was stuck to my finger. So somehow, in this box, in the gloves they left me, a yellow jacket lived in a glove for who knows how long that it's been in that box, wrapped up. I've had it at least a week. And it decided when I put my finger in, it wanted to sting me right on the joint there. So my finger's puffing up a little bit, this guy here. And yeah, so anyways, short break, let's get back to the header wrap. Gloves inside out, but I wore them the other day. They didn't have bees in them. We'll be okay, I think. So anyways, how I'm going to do this here is basically this stuff unwrapped. And the only reason I'm wearing this is because it's made of fiberglass, and that can get kind of itchy. So I work in construction, so I doubt I'd even notice it, but what the hell on them. So one thing I have learned about wrapping with exhaust tape, and this is very difficult, but the tighter the better. Like I said, I've done a few headers, not like the most experienced person in the world at this or anything. But I have learned that if you do it loose, you won't like the result. So basically I'm going to go through and I'm just going to double wrap the top here, get a tight as I can roll on it. Okay, so got the exhaust wrap all on. I went ahead and I went through and basically put the whole exhaust system together here. I think it turned out pretty darn nice. I'm really happy actually with how the VHT paint looks on that muffler. I think it turned out really nice. Looks pretty slick. Good enough for homemade job at least. Exhaust wrap turned out okay. One issue spot I had is here with the O2 bung. I got to figure something out there. Getting that seamed up tighter. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Might just not work there. Have to look up some info and see if I can get a better idea on that. So I'd love to finish the video off here with showing you guys it on the car. However, my turbo hardware is not here yet. I only got a couple bolts on it. I don't have a gasket for here, so for my elbow. And I got a couple things I got to clock the turbo, do a few things before I do that. So I'm going to do another video on clocking that and getting that ready. And then I will be putting the downpipe and the exhaust system on. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like my stuff, please hit like or subscribe down below. Other than that, I will see you guys next time. Thank you.